Get teary. He's been very important in our world, in our community, and incredibly important to our son. His name's Curt Schilling. He's been incredibly important to the city of Boston, and we're sad to think that that's coming to an end right now. He's here today, taking time out of a very busy schedule to welcome all of you and thank all of you, because he's cared about SMA and Williams since meeting him on a ball field in 2004, and for that we're blessed. So please put your hands together for Curt. And he's just going to say a little bit, you know, he's incredibly active in the ALS world, and as we all know, ALS and SMA really collide on so many levels, and I know a cure for one means a cure for the other. So all of his hard work for ALS and all of our hard work for SMA, we're curing a lot of people in the future, and people like Curt don't come around often, so thanks for being with us, and where's your bracelet? Just because you're having surgery Monday doesn't mean you take off the rubber bracelet. Okay. All right, so he used to wear it, it was on the mound, and it was amazing to see because it was sending a message clear to Boston. So, thank you. So put it on. So Kurt's going to say a couple words. Kurt's going to be here over to the side of the trophy where you can come on over, take some great photos with your families, and Kurt's happy to, you know, give a handshake. He's a champion, and sign whatever you put in front of him to sign. Please thank him for being here if you would, and that's it.
Heidi came to me and said, I'd like you to come up and speak and just say 2 or 3 words. My reply was, when have you ever known me to say 2 or 3 words? 4 years ago, I was walking in on the Little League field in Medfield to see my son Grant play baseball, and I saw a little boy in a wheelchair out on the field, and he had his dad behind him, and you know, obviously it caused me to pause for a second and take in what was happening, and I watched, and I was stunned because I watched every kid in that Little League park interact with this boy in a way that every little boy dreams about. They were treating him like a little kid, and he got no preferential treatment. In fact, he might get less when you talk to him because he is a smart ass. But I got to know Will that day, and we've been pretty good friends ever since. I would argue he's probably my #1 fan, and for that I'm very proud. And honest to God, yes, this is the first day in 4 years I've not had my bracelet on, because I got a watch yesterday, and I've never worn a watch in my life, and I thought, well, you know, I'm not really going to be doing anything anymore that would preclude me from not wearing one. So I put the watch on, took the bracelet off, and I think that's why my wife called on the voicemail. I didn't check it. 12 years before we came to Boston, we got involved with the Philadelphia ALS chapter, and we spent 12 years being around brilliant scientists and researchers and hearing about stem cells and genetic code and genetic patterns, and the 12-year timeline, we truly believed that in the last 5, 6, 7 years, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Things are happening with genetic and DNA mapping and all the things that are happening, and all these neurological illnesses are tied together. And then I had always known ALS to have a child form. I just never ever was able to put a face to it. And for some reason that resonated with us. And shortly after we got to know Will and Heidi and Tripp, and like every family we've ever met with someone that is ill, they're so much better people than we are. They wake up in the morning with an outlook that embarrasses me at times, that puts bad days in perspective. And any of you that heard the news over the last 48 hours about me, hopefully you heard me tell you that I'm okay with everything. I'm at peace with everything. And if I don't ever throw another pitch again, that's all right. Because there are people in far worse positions with far more dire situations in their lives than a sore shoulder. I was blessed to play this game for 22 years professionally. I got to experience things and meet people that on the field was incredible, but off the field was far more rewarding and far more valuable to myself, my wife, and my kids. And I will be eternally and truly grateful forever without one negative, bad thought in my mind if this is the way my career ends. And that's okay. God blessed me with the talent to throw a baseball. That talent allowed me to stand in front of people like you and get you to open your checkbooks and your wallets to give money to change people's lives. Because at the end of the day, that's why the Lord, I believe, put me here on earth, to make a difference in other people's lives. And being here today, each and every one of you is doing something to make that happen. And as a father of 4 children, it makes my stomach cramp to think of ever having to wake up and face the odds and the circumstances that these families face every single day. So if they're going to fight for themselves. Anybody knows Heidi knows. They're going to fight for themselves, but they need somebody to help them. And I don't look at what Sean and I did ever as a reflection on us, but more as a reflection on our friends and who and what they are and what they meant to us. We've been able to help change people's lives, and that's a gift that we've been given. Not that we've given, but we've been given, and we will be eternally grateful for that. I was exchanging emails with Tripp earlier in the week, and he was asking about today's events, and I emailed him back, and there was just a lot of stuff going on, and I sent a real quick email back saying, I'm not sure about the timing Saturday. Some stuff's come up. I can't really talk about it. Well, Heidi got a hold of that email. And I got a reply from Heidi, and my reply was, okay, I'll be there too. And it was very much like talking to my wife, because right or wrong, I was wrong, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. But it is an honor and a privilege, and I mean that. I don't say that as a gratuitous cliche. It's an honor and a privilege that people think of me in a way that having me at an event like this makes a difference. And I keep going back to the fact that I've been given things my whole life. My career, my talent, all the things that I've done, those were gifts to me. And my father, I would like to think, made me understand that if you don't do something to change other people's lives with the gifts you've been given, you wasted your time here. And when my wife got cancer, we've lived our lives with one of the mottos of, what you do for yourself dies with you, what you do for others lives forever. And I would like to think we've tried to impart that on our kids at first, but on people that we meet. And again, today, the things you're doing here, the smart table in the middle here, are all these people, they are doing things.
Hey, there's a smart table back there, too.
Well, no, that's your husband's at that, too. Okay. These people are doing things that will resonate around the world. The world will change when they get what they're trying to get done. And unfortunately, it is about the money. They need money, and a lot of money, to do what it is they do. And the reason I've always been asked about why we've been so adamant about giving is there's going to be a dollar. There's going to be a final dollar. Somebody's going to donate that final dollar that makes it happen. I'd love to have it be mine. I'd love to have it be somebody in this room. But it is going to take that final dollar, and we're not there yet. And if you look around the room and you see these incredibly beautiful children, and the families who live their entire lives around these children, and the families who are here without their children, who they live their lives around, still involved, still making a difference. You can't help but walk out here and continue to want to make a difference in people's lives. So, from the bottom of my heart, Heidi, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. Will, where are you, Will? Where are you, Will? Where's Will?
He's ignoring you. He just ignored
Will, hey, no, look at me. I want to thank you for being my buddy, my friend, for teaching me some pretty cool stuff. By far the best wheelchair manipulator I've ever met, and has never accidentally run over anybody's toes. Exactly. It's on purpose. But your friendship, Will, means the world to me, and with the help of the people in this room, we're going to be friends a long, long time. And to all of you, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this, and God bless each and every one of you.